Good morning, Jessophiles. Today is my first time shooting with an actual light here. As you can see, I'm also using double cameras. What's up? Let's see how this goes. It's pretty bright. I'm not really used to like staring. The camera's like right in front of the light, so I'm not really used to this. So hopefully it will. I'll still appear like loose and natural, you know, as I do. It took me a long time to realize that when it comes to making art, thinking is a very bad thing. You're going to want to make things and it's not going to feel logical. It's not going to align with your current perception of yourself or your career goals, but you have to do it anyway. I'm going to read a quote from Nietzsche here, which I've actually already read on the channel, but I just don't seem to have a compass to tell me what I'm destined for. And yet, in looking back, everything seems to fit so well that it's as if a guiding spirit has been showing me the way. That is how I feel, where I had all these disparate interests and things pulling me in different directions, and I sometimes felt I just didn't know what to do or where to go, but giving in to those impulses has sort of guided me to a place where I'm very, very happy with my path, very, very happy with the direction that my life is going. So my advice here is very simple. Get out of your head, stop thinking, make something, do something, be something. There is going to be fear associated with that, especially if you're doing something bold, if you're doing something new, if you're doing something that the people that you know are not doing. And I learned a very interesting counterintuitive tip for dealing with that, which is that you actually imagine the worst case scenario. You imagine putting out a game and it's panned by the entire game community. Kotaku writes an article calling it the worst game of the year. All your friends make fun of it, and you sort of feel what that feels like, and then realize that you're still fucking here. You're still alive. I think fear of the unknown stops us a lot more than fear in reality. So if you've got this fantasy version of failure, no matter what you do, it will likely not be as bad as that. So as you release something, even if it goes badly, you probably weren't excommunicated from your family and your friends and put on a terrorist watch list. And while it's so easy to predict the failure, what's actually hard to predict is the sort of armor that you get from accomplishment, from feeling proud that you finished something and put it out and let yourself be judged, and take baby steps with this stuff. If you're young or you're starting on a new path, you don't have to create a battle royale as your first game. You don't have to make your first film be a feature. Get into a habit of making stuff. Have the momentum be in the direction of you making stuff or doing the thing that you want to do, so that if you don't do it, that's weird. Once you've started doing that, it will become commonplace that you make things. Every project will get easier and easier because making things is just what you do. That's partly what this YouTube channel has been for me. Obviously, it's fun sharing with you guys, but it's also just for me doing a lot of filmmaking stuff. Like, I have to put out a video every week now. I'm shooting something every week. I'm trying out lights. I'm trying out different cameras. I'm trying new ways of editing. I'm using green screens. It'd be awesome if I did that and it turned out this whole room was a green screen all along. So that's my advice to you. Get out of your head. Stop thinking so much. There's no plan for your life or career because you're gonna fucking die anyway. That's your plan, is ending up in the goddamn grave getting eaten by fucking worms. I mean, for real. And eventually the universe is gonna collapse back on itself and we're gonna start over in the Matrix all over again. And the idea of plan is almost funny if you extend it out to like a large enough scale. And the reason I'm saying this is not just because like, oh, it's a good pump up video for people. Like, I really, really, truly believe in the democratization of media and technology. Growing up, I thought that there was a very limited number of creative people, but like YouTube and the internet has shown how many fucking interesting creative people there are. I want everyone to make movies. Like, I think that actually something that's so interesting about filmmaking to me is that unlike a book, like in a book you can just be like, he entered a room, and then like the reader just kind of fills in the details in their mind. But with filmmaking, you actually have to put the paintings on the wall. You have to make sure there's curtains. You have to like dress the actors. It's this very interesting peek inside someone's mind in all these very subtle ways. It's why you get something like a Tommy Wiseau with The Room, where it's like, oh my God, you see on screen how this person thinks, and it's so different. And I want to see that everywhere. I want to see so much more of that. Like, I don't know, I won't go off on a rant about this, but like the idea of good versus bad is like very quickly dissolving in my mind. And like, is something interesting is the question that I care more about asking. All right, that's the end. I hope you'll take the advice, try and make a little something. Doesn't have to be good. Don't even have to release it. Just have fun doing it. And I'll see you guys next Monday. Got this MTV style camera here. MTV Muse Television. My favorite band. Bye. 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 Bye.